Well, the rounds of storms in December and January, they've given California its largest mountain snowpack in decades. And not only is this good news for our water supply, it's great news for those who like to ski and snowboard. Our Sarah Pila is joining us now. I'm not a skier or a snowboarder, but I'm a tuber.
Okay, well, hey, the snow's good for you, too, you know? I had a great time. So in August of 2021, there were multiple fires burning in the state simultaneously, and it's what Cal Fire actually called unprecedented fire conditions. Now, the Sierra-At-Tahoe ski resort located near South Lake Tahoe was directly impacted by the Caldor Fire, and the ski resort suffered so much damage that they closed all of last season, but they've rebuilt and now they've reopened, and the conditions couldn't be any better. The Caldor Fire was one of multiple fires blazing simultaneously in August 2021. The Caldor alone was responsible for scorching over 221,000 acres, including 80% of the South Lake Tahoe ski resort, Sierra-At-Tahoe. Director of Operations Brian Hickman was devastated.
A lot of people that have grown up skiing here, like myself, when they first saw that, their hearts sank.
They were forced to close all of last season, but now Sierra-At-Tahoe is celebrating their comeback, made extra special thanks to a massive amount of snow. But between the catastrophic fire and periods of drought, the resort is learning to adapt to extreme weather conditions exacerbated by climate change.
It's kind of an all or nothing. This year we've seen record-breaking amount of snow in a short period of time. In other years, we have very little snow over the course of a whole season.
The fire came through the West Bowl, and what remains is an eerie contrast of bright white snow amongst charred trees. In order to rebuild, crews had to work quickly. This past summer, 14,000 trees were removed and new chairlift haul ropes installed. The devastation at Sierra-At-Tahoe worried ski resort communities, and many, like nearby Heavenly's VP of Operations, Ricky Newberry, offered a helping hand.
There was an immediate outreach and offering of support, whatever we could do to help. We did partner up and store some of their items that they were able to get here.
Had the fire taken a different path, Heavenly, famous for its stunning Lake Tahoe views, could have suffered the same fate. Ski resorts like theirs are recognizing that the climate is changing, and weather and natural disasters can be unpredictable. So learning from their neighbors' misfortune, they're making preparations and staying vigilant in their mission to offer winter recreation for generations to come.
At the end of the day, ideally, we're in the fun business where we're sliding around on snow, right? So, and it does come with challenges and some of those weather impacts. And then, yeah, we just gotta, we gotta be cautious, we gotta be safe, we gotta be smart.
But through everything, Sierra-At-Tahoe has turned their tragedy into triumph. While the landscape of the West Bowl has changed dramatically with the absence of trees, the lessons they've learned is attracting attention from the ski resort industry in how to react to the whims of Mother Nature.
This is the first time a resort's been devastated by a fire like this to this extreme. We had a group from the Forest Service here last week, toured them around. And I think a lot of different resorts are looking at what we do and how we overcome this, because we won't be the last, unfortunately.
There will certainly be more extreme weather events, natural disasters, and situations that are unforeseen. But Sierra-At-Tahoe is an example of resiliency and how to fight for what you love, survive, and thrive again. Now, snow measurements completed last week show that the Sierra Nevada snow water content is rivaling the 1982-1983 El Nino season, which was the biggest snow year in the past 40 years. And this past weekend, another additional 2 feet of snow fell on the region. If you're a skier or snowboarder, I highly recommend making the trip up north. This is the year to do it.
Well, that was a great assignment for you. You look fantastic out there.
You did. Cold, but fun.
That's right.
I mean, all this extreme weather, we've got atmospheric rivers and now this snowpack. How are the ski resorts adapting to this extreme change in climate?
Well, it's interesting you say that, too, because the other thing that happened while we were up there last week was Sierra-At-Tahoe experienced 100-mile-per-hour winds, which was also unprecedented. It had some impacts on their chairlifts, which they had to fix in order to open last weekend, just that one chairlift. But, these are the extremes that they are dealing with.
These are our new normals.
They are. And now, of course, there are still some, tree hazard mitigation they need to do. They need to watch, of course, the snow melt. There's going to be a lot of snow melt, so erosion is also an issue. And then the summer, they need to replant trees. And that way, this is all part of like their phase 2 to really get the resort up and
right?
Yeah,
Very
fully
smart.
up and running. I mean, it is already up and running, but of course they had to do this in phases. But for having to be closed last year to be able to reopen now, it was really a sense of like this. Just coming together and pulling through kind of story. It was really, really lovely to see.
Preparation is salvation. It's
That's
turning out to
right,
be
and that's
more
the thing
and more the
too.
case.
That's right.
Wow. Great assignment.
I would not want to be
take
stuck
another
on a ski lift with 100-mile-per-hour winds blowing.
Yeah, but you're
That is
a trooper.
not-
You'll go like that.
Oh,